I back to my office, and in the afternoon I don't talk to anyone. 3 hours class is enough. Even call to my parents, I delay till I call at night. I cannot talk to anyone after class. It's okay. Yeah, we continue with the classification of innovation. We classify based on 4P model. And we have another way to classify based on technology newness. It means whether technology is new or not, and the impact on the market. So we have the dimension, the vertical direction, the horizontal dimension is technology newest, low or high. Low technology, it means related to the technology aspect, whether innovation apply new technology or not. So the level of newness of the technology low or high, and the impact on the market low or high. So based on this matrix, we have 4 types of innovation. Incremental, low technology newness and low impact on the market. Incremental. Incremental is mean gradual and continuous improvements on existing product or service. You don't provide a new one to the market, but you make the current product or service better. It means improvement of the existing product or service, and you also serve the current market, not expand to another market. So we call it incremental innovation. Incremental innovation. The second one, radical innovation. It means you also serve for the markets, but technological breakthrough has transformed the industry. So the level of technology here is high. The level of the novelty of technology is high. So we call it radical innovations. Next one, low technological novelty but high impact on the market, architectural. Significant improve on the product that aim to sustain the position in the existing market. And the highest level of innovation is disruptors. It means you change the market, you change the business model. Okay, for each type, I will give you example for you to understand. The lowest level is incremental. Incremental innovation is mean you just improve the current product or service. Look at here. You know the nature is also iPhone, right? You don't change the core products. You don't change the market. You also serve the current market, but you make it better. So we call it incremental innovation. But also iPhones. But back to the past. As I shared, iPhones were launched in 2007. And before the smartphone era, what kind of phone did we use? Yeah, for example, Nokia, not smartphone. The emergence of iPhone changed. It has changed the industry. So in 2007, we can say the innovation of Apple is radical innovation. It served the new one. It applied the new technology. But if we compare among different versions of iPhone, it's an incremental innovation because it may be change about the appearance, the design, but the core function not change. And you also serve the current market, not change. So incremental. Okay. So remember, incremental is doing what we do but better. So we call it incremental innovation, making small gradual innovation, make the product or service better. So that's all. Incremental. That's what. Radical innovation. Radical innovations. Combination of new and revolutionary technology and new way of conducting business. So for the radical innovations, it should be new technology. And for example, the blockchain. The appearance of blockchain had changed the financial industry. So that's why we had a concept fintech. Have you ever heard about fintech? Financial technology, fintech. And we have one department in our university teach about the blockchain and fintech. So the appearance of the blockchain is a new technology and it has changed the financial industry. Understand? Radical innovation again. It should have a new technology, and it may be create new service or product that develop or revolutionize how markets operate. It change the way markets operate. Radical innovation. Yes. In 1998. Google launched Google new search engines. So right now you use Google to search, right? But in before 1998, we didn't have it. And Google search engines was launched in 1998. It had changed the way we search information. And right now, when you want to search information, the first thing you think about is to search Google. And Google search become the popular globally. So the launch of Google new search engine make it easier for you to find information. It's a radical innovation at that time. At that time. And even ChatGPT and another AI tool, it had changed the way we learn. It changed about the educational environment. It's a new technology. You know, last 5 years, you want to do assignment. You didn't have ChatGPT to help. You didn't have many AI tools to help, but right now you can use this. And as an educator, again, I don't prohibit you to use. Impossible. I allow you to do this, but use this in ethical way. And you know, for me, when I'm doing research, the emergence of ChatGPT, the appearance of ChatGPT, it's become the problem with many publishers and journals. Currently, we don't have the tool to detect whether the paper is written by author or by AI tool. We have some tool to detect, but it's not correct. You feel cold? You can change it. Even when we submit the paper to the journal, they will find some researcher to review this. And some researcher, they agree to review, but they upload it to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to do review. And it's become a serious problem, and it may change the publication industry in the future. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's radical innovation. Radical innovation.
I have some question. Radical innovation is the meaning with have many product line or not?
Have many products line. If they are different types of product.
Like
Yes.
brand Xiaomi is have many product. Like the first time they launch is a smartphone, and then have cleaner, like have many product line.
Yes, it's radical. It's a new product. Okay. Architectural innovations happen when existing products are redesigned. So you ask a question about the new product, many product lines, because they are different types of product. So it's called radical innovation. But architectural innovation, it means you redesign the current product, but you serve a new market. For incremental products, you do slight change, you do minor change improvement for the current product to serve the current market. Yeah, back to this model. Here and here. You change something to serve the current market. But here you change something to serve the new market. But it don't require much technology novelty. Understand this? Low novelty and current market. But here low technology novelty but serve the new market. For the radical, it may serve the current markets or maybe new market, but it should be high level of technological novelty. It should be new technology, new products. So architectural innovations, you can see here, desktop computer and laptop. So maybe 15 years ago, if you want to use a computer, it's bigger like a box, right? Yeah, the desktop. But before this, you remember a desktop is big like a box, so heavy. Yeah. So it changed to this version, and now it's moved to the laptop. Okay? And the highest level, remember, architectural innovation change the product and service, but without changing the core value and purpose. Core value, for example, even the desktop computer or laptop, the colleague is to help the student or the staff in the office to work, right? The core value and the core purpose is not changed. And the last is a disruptive innovation. Okay, it changed the industry. It changed the way we work. It changed the way we make money. And even it changed the business model. So focus on my highlight. Introduce new product or service that fundamentally change the competitive landscape. and creating new value to customer. Disruptive innovation, and it's in the highest level of innovation. And it's typically related to change the industry, change business model, change the way we make money, create new value for the market. So what are the differences between disruptors and architectural innovation? For architectural innovation, you don't change the core value and purpose. But for disruptive innovation, you change the value you provide to the market. Okay. But when we discuss in innovation class, to make it simple, we may focus on incremental and radical innovations. Incremental or radical, because for disruptive innovation, it is the story of the big company. As a student level, or maybe a small company, or SME company, it's impossible for you to create the right disruptive innovation. It's too difficult for you to change how the industry is operating. So to make it simple and easy to understand, just focus on two types. Discuss two types, incremental and radical. So we have 4 P's, right? We have incremental and radical. Again, what's incremental innovations? Incremental. Improve the current product or service. Make it better. Incremental, make it better. Think about how can you make it better. Don't change too much. But radical, apply new technology to serve the current market or the new market. But it should have the new technology aspect. It's radical innovation. Okay? So we have 4 P. We have incremental and radical. So combined we have 8 types. 8 types. Okay. Look at here. Because this is the main focus of this chapter. So you have 4 P. Got it? Product, process, position, and paradigm. And in each P, we have 2 types. From incremental to radical innovations. Right? For example, product, incremental or radical product service. Positions, process, and paradigm. So we have 4 plus 2 is 8 types. And now work in group. For each type, give me at least one example. For example, product, incremental, do what we do but better. Give me some example. Real world case, real world example, not example you think. It should be the real world brand or real world company or real world product. Product, radical, do something new, something different. Understand? So at least each group need to give me 8 examples. For example, low cost airline. So what can we put it? Low cost airline. No, low cost airline not incremental. Do something different. Low cost airline different. And it's related to products, right? So you should put it in product and radical. Understand? So you have two groups. Okay, keep this group, and you guys have 10 minutes or 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes enough to fill in this table, and then let me know your answer. If I show you, maybe you will forget, but if you brainstorm to think, maybe you will remember. Okay? Work in the. And please talk more to make the class noisy. You should make class noisy. Now be quiet.
Yeah, something different. So it's radical, right?
It's ready. And process. So I can use the same example.
At the end of this class, if you can remember this model, is okay.
And they use,
Actually, you should remember about this.
they use,
What's innovation?
they
And
use.
what's how can we classify innovation? Because it will be the basic for the next several weeks.
And they also do drawing. So that's,
Hey, close this class. Yeah. Now based on that, you need to think about.
do what you do. So they already do it, but then they need to do it. We talk about
For the low cost airline, it may be also related to position. Position, it means how can we identify the target consumer. So it may be related to position. It's okay. And also products.
maybe DHL or
Okay, so you need to take note your answer.